Igbo kwenu, Igbo kwenu, kwenu. I have this piece of advice for you. You need to change your strategy and stop the unnecessary media hype that borders on cheap blackmail and subtle intimidation of the presidency over the release of Nnamdi Kanu using the recent release of Sunday Igboho as a launching pad. It must be clearly stated that Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu were not detained by the current administration, and they were facing laws, charges at two different places under two different sovereign authorities. While Sunday Igboho was facing his charges at the Republic of Benin, Nnamdi Kanu is facing his own charges in Nigerian territory. And I want to state that the recent release of Sunday Igboho by the Benin's authority was facilitated by some Yoruba leaders, including Professor Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate, and Professor Banji Akintoye, and others, without the fingers of intervention, of interference by President Bola Tinubu. He has no hand in it. Therefore, it has no moral or legal basis. There's no legal or moral basis upon which the Undibo should justify his demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu on the release of Sunday Igboho. This suggests, that the Indibo is playing ethnic card because the sitting president is a Yoruba man. It shouldn't be so. The first thing the Indibo should do is to go back home, reach a consensus among yourselves that the secessionist agenda, convince Nigerians that the secessionist agendas is dead and buried before reaching out to the presidency for a political solution. I think this is the right step that should have been taken by the Igbo leaders rather than play up ethnic sentiments that will rather worsen the situation than, solving the problem. Nigeria should remain one indivisible entity. And any threat from any quarters should not be tolerated. Therefore, the gravity of offenses of the two actors are different. You can see that even when Sunday Igboho was released, he didn't come back to Nigeria because he knew that the long arm of the law will catch up with him if he had come back to Nigeria. So, it is unfortunate that our brothers Undigbo are trying to justify the demand for release of Nnamdi Kanu on the basis of the release of Sunday Igboho. There are two different scenarios. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.